As I said, welcome everybody to our join our team presentation about what it takes to join our amazing team here in Red Deer. So Jordana, we'll get started.
There we go.
So I muted everybody. There will be a Q&A scheduled at the end of the presentation. So if you have any questions, please feel free to send it in a chat or ask us then. If you have any difficulties, which we're hoping you won't, you can email Jordana and she will be keeping track of that. And you need to drop off, once again, no problem. Just reach out to Jordana if you do want more information. And after this session, of course, we'll be in touch with you to get your feedback on it. Okay, so we're going to talk about the travel industry today, which some of you might be a little bit surprised on what we have to say. We're going to talk about us and our vision and our promise. Why would you choose us for a great reason? And what are the type of people that are attracted to this business? And then of course we jump into two different tools, the training, the technology and marketing that we provide for you. We have an amazing recognition program, and then we just have a quick on how to join the team. There's another step involved in this as well. And then that way we'll take Q&A and hopefully maybe we've answered all of your questions.
And just to add one more point, we're just going to kind of go over everything at kind of a high level view. We're not going to go into tremendous detail on each of the slides, just out of respect for everybody's time. But if you do have questions about a specific slide, then just let us know or jot it down and we'll circle back to it at the end of the presentation as well.
Absolutely. So to start off, I want to introduce myself. I'm Susan Walker. I'm the franchise owner here of Expedia Cruises in Red Deer. I have been in the travel business for, I'm going to say 20 years and counting. I first started in the travel business in a brick and mortar agency as an employee. And that worked well for about a couple of years. And I was just having to make too many choices between this person's business or my family. So I decided I needed to look at other alternatives. Looked at some home-based agencies. Remember way back then, 17, 18 years ago, there wasn't a lot of choices, but what was available with all my research and talking to people and suppliers kept drawing me back to, at that time, what we were cruise ship centers. So I joined on the cruise ship centers as a home-based travel agency, did really, really well at it, worked on it for about 3 years. That time we were living in Newfoundland, and I wanted to come home and start the business here up. So we packed up and we came home and we opened up the door, as I said, 14 years ago. So my passion is travel. Obviously, my passion is growing and building this amazing company that I get to be involved with and helping to see our consultants really go above and beyond and do things that they never thought they were possible. When I'm not working on my business or traveling, I do have time to spend with my 3 amazing young daughters there. Very accomplished young ladies. And I have now 4 fur babies. One, yes, is a COVID baby. That's Bandit, who will probably be making a debut here pretty soon. And of course, I've been married with Donna and I, we've been married for 35 years, we'll say. And he works in the oil field and thank goodness is employed during this time. So while I'm building the business and working on the finances and marketing and supplier support, we're so busy with eventually about 3 years ago, I found out I could not do it all on my own. And so Jordana, she will tell her story, but she joined onto the team as my right-hand person that keeps me on track and everything else like that. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Jordana Sims.
So as Susan said, I'm Jordana Sims. I'm the Consultant Development Manager, or Swiss Army knife of the office. I kind of help with everything. I started in the travel industry as one of Susan's home-based consultants when that little girl up in the top left corner was just a little baby in my arms. And through the years, I built a quite successful little travel business while raising 3 kids at home, and then went back to work. And then just about 3 years ago, Susan and the team had expanded and we'd grown enough that she was ready for an extra set of hands to help with the business. And so I came on board in this capacity. So I now help with all of our consultants, help them grow their businesses, and help with the onboarding and getting everybody off the ground and their businesses up and running. And in my very little bit of spare time, when those 3 munchkins at the top aren't getting me to chauffeur them all around Alberta, I like to hang out with our puppies, and we like to head out west, do some hiking. My passion is also travel. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be here, especially during these times. And we like to head back to BC, where I was born and raised. And that's where I met my husband of almost 15 years. So we will dive into it, but that's a little bit about me.
So our industry, believe it or not, is very resilient, obviously, with what we've gone through over the last years. So we are really just starting to see people getting excited and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and starting to rebook. We're not booking for, anytime in the next 6 months. All of our bookings right now are focused on 2022 and 2023. And there's a new trend, and it's called revenge travel is coming up. And those are everybody whose travel plans were canceled in 2020. And here we are in 2021 with the first 6 months being canceled. And they just can't wait until they can get out there and travel. And what we're finding is that they are taking longer trips. They're taking, they maybe would have gone to balcony. They're now going to mini suite because they've got future cruise credits and additional value added on to what they can book. So we are patiently waiting for the cruise lines to be able to go back to sea. It is coming shortly. We're expecting some exciting announcements. Of course, there will be no sailings in Canada for the rest of this year or for this year, but so we can be sure that our Alaska 2020 season will be record heights. So lots of new ships, even though the cruise lines have taken a financial hit, they are still planning a lot of new itinerary, new hardware coming out. So there's about 117 between now and 2027. So private tours are also really, really popular as well. People are wanting to stay in their bubble. So the tour operators like our G Adventures and our Trepid and our Insight, all of them are offering your private group travel. So that is also going to be a huge, huge thing going forward that we're easily adapting to. So about us with Expedia Cruises. As I said, with Expedia Cruises as the mother company, we have over 30 years of experience. They began franchising in '87. We are a full service agency. Our tag is Expedia Cruises Air, Land, and Sea. We have over 300 retail locations across Canada and the States, which makes it nice because we have even more buying power. Around 6,100 independent contractors, 100 support team, which is all based in Vancouver, and part of the Expedia Group in 2007, and we rebranded in Expedia Cruises just last year. So we're an easier, shorter name, and our marketing is really reflecting that we do more than cruises. So you can see we can do the safaris, we can go to Santorini, we can do in Vegas, and that's a lot. We've always done that, but our marketing is getting pushed out more and more and more. So people do know, because that is kind of our number one question: do you do more than cruises? So we're really excited that our marketing is going to be saying that. And this is easier to say Expedia Cruises instead of Expedia Cruise Ship Centers. So it's a nice shorter handle. So we are a part, as I mentioned, the Expedia brand. So this is really super exciting. We are now the largest Central Alberta independently owned and operated travel agency. And now we're also a part of the #1 recognized brand in travel. In the world. So we get to offer commissions on our Expedia Group's best inventory that lots of other companies don't have access to what we can. So we can add on that value add, and you can save your clients like thousands and thousands of dollars when they book a cruise with us. On not every cruise, but on most of them. So about us with Expedia Cruises in Red Deer. So as I mentioned, we are the #1 travel agency of choice in Central Alberta. And we do that by delivering spectacular vacation experiences by air, land, and sea. As I mentioned, we are celebrating our 14th year in October 2019. Even at the beginning of last year, 2020, we were breaking all records. So 2019 was breaking record years in sales, but also for the number of consultants that achieved their forecasted sales. We are very family orientated. I left the brick and mortar years and years ago as an employee because, as I mentioned, I had to put my family second. And I said, I'm going to have a travel agency that us moms, our grandmas, grandpas, everybody else can always know that their family has to be first. And this is very, very secondary. And we are a team of really caring consultants. So even though we are a large group, we all really, really support each other. And of course, my dog is always in the midst of it as well. So we do have the promise. We have a promise that we have at our front door, and we talk about this often. We talk about the advice you can trust. So our consultants are well trained. We have our own training program that Jordana is going to get into in a little bit. But with that training, we can tell our clients that they can trust what we tell them. We have the best choice in prices. We don't always have the cheapest prices because that's not what we're about, but we give you the best choice. We have Expedia Extras that can be value added, which makes it very tempting for your clients to book with you. And once again, more than just cruises. And one of the most important thing is that we're there for our clients before, during, and after their trip. And that is super, super important. So we live our promise every day. So during COVID-19, you can only imagine how stressful that was those first few months. Our team worked tireless, literally around the clock to get their clients home, cancel upcoming vacations, insurance claims, and now we are starting to rebook with their credits. But they have not stopped even after all that was done. They continued with their education, completing new supplier and destination certifications. And we always believe in giving back to our communities. So even though it was tough for us, we all banded together and we gave back to the Mustard Seed lunch program, which in less than 24 hours, our team donated well over $200 worth of school snacks and an additional $230 in cash to present to the Mustard Seed on behalf of Expedia Cruises. So why partner with Expedia Cruises? Well, we are the market leader. We are the largest travel brand. We have an amazing booking system that you can literally book anywhere that you want to. We're maximizing your customers' opportunities. We have the top level management system technology so that you can manage your business on the fly. As we mentioned, Expedia exclusive staterooms. Our suppliers give us the best commissions that are out there in the industry. Marketing, training, sales program. Of course, you get to support not only myself, you get to support amazing Jordana, which is worth so much, and our corporate team. Plus, we like to have fun. There's no sense in being in this business if you can't have fun. Flexible hours and of course travel opportunities are also make this very enticing. Okay, so we are not going through all this, but we just wanted to show you that we have preferred suppliers with all the big guys, all the big players in the travel industry, from Viking Cruises, our river cruising, as I mentioned already, G Adventures, which is your adventure company, Royal Irish Tours, Intrepid Trafalgar, the list goes on and on and on. But we just wanted to show you that all these, and they support us in turn as well. So what's in it for you? We have one-on-one local support from myself and, as I mentioned, Jordana. We have a very strong relationship with our business development managers, and they are always at reach with us if we ever have an issue. Of course, I don't know if you've been to our office before, but we have a very professional retail space that even if you don't work directly in the office and you work from home, you can always arrange to meet your clients in our office, give you that professional setting. Very full transparency in reporting commissions and invoicing. You know exactly the money that's brought in, and you have full control over it. Once again, exclusive group space. We have virtual events now until we can return in person. We have them every 2 weeks. It's no charge to you. It's a part of the marketing that we put on for our consultants to have them successful. Once again, very professional, collaborative, and fun environment, and flexible hours and travel opportunities. Once again, I think I've said that a couple of times. Okay, Jordana, you want to take over?
Yeah, you bet. So this is just some, I'm not going to read them all out to you, but just a few of the testimonials or things that some of our team have had to say. I personally really love Craig's that says, we're like a family without the fighting, because in our office, yes, we are predominantly female, which in some places can be a little bit catty, but we have none of that whatsoever in our office, which is fantastic. And then a nice testimonial from Tina, who actually came to us from another large brick and mortar agency. And I love that she just says everyone's very willing to help, and she loves the flexibility of running her own business. So she's not an employee. She gets full control over her business, her hours, all that flexibility that Susan already mentioned. So what we're looking for, and our recipe for success, is we're looking for people who are passionate about travel, people who are resourceful, personable, and really just curious, willing to look up information. We need people who are open-minded and coachable. So people who will listen to the advice that's given and at least give it a try. We too are very open-minded and will take any suggestions or feedback without any stress or hesitation. We want people who will live by our promise that Susan went over by providing and creating those spectacular vacations for our clients and providing exceptional customer service. People who are motivated and customer service focused, who take pride in building a business and being out in the community. We also have, most of our team had no previous travel experience. We only have a couple that came with previous industry experience. So we can teach you all the skills and the information that you need to know, as long as you can come with the right attitude. People who are wanting to be part of a team. We don't want rogue agents or anybody out there kind of on their own. We want people who really see the value in being part of our team, attending the team meetings, whether they're in person or over Zoom these days, attending our supplier training and our consumer events, and then just staying engaged with the team. People who aren't afraid to pick up the phone, because we're very much a relationship driven business, and the phone is one of our best ways to create those relationships with our clients. Because you are an independent contractor, again, you have full flexibility and control over your schedule. Most of our most successful consultants have a strong social network and connections or ties to the community. They're willing to commit the time and invest in their business and in their education. Strong computer skills. Again, it's not super in-depth computer skills. It's email, basic website and web applications, but just having that general knowledge of it and really strong attention to detail. Again, we can teach you the research skills and all of that, but having those keys are kind of the fundamentals or the building blocks to getting you started. So we have two different tracks or paths for agents, and both are fully equally the same. You know, they're equal on our team. There's no one better or the other, or one that gets more attention than the other. So our inside agents are our consultants who commit to working in the office, and our goal or expectation of them is that they'll complete their online training in about 4 to 6 weeks and their certification within about 2 to 3 months. That the certification side of things has been relaxed a little bit due to COVID, just because it does require a couple of bookings to get under your belt. And obviously we can't control that when we're not pushing sales right now, but that's kind of the general flow. We want people who can commit to about 8 to 10 hours per week to complete their training. Again, it doesn't have to be tied to a regular 9 to 5 or anything like that. We have consultants who work full-time or part-time, and they can work around their other schedules. If you're coming in and working as an inside agent, we ask for a minimum of 2 shifts per week in the office and 1 Saturday once things start to reopen and we can go that route again. And again, attending the monthly team meetings and our training sessions. And then once those consultants are certified, they're assigned web and phone leads or walk-ins as they come in based on a rotational system in the office. And then on the other side of things, the outside agent, we ask that our outside agents complete their online training in 6 to 12 weeks and their certification within about 3 months. Typically, to complete their certification in that time frame, it takes about 5 hours or so per week to complete the training or to invest in their training. You have to understand that typically, if you're an outside agent, hours may vary, and it's actually the same for both sides. Hours can vary. We're not always tied to 9 to 5. Like Susan said in our promise, is that we're always there. So if you have clients traveling or your clients need to work with you in the evenings, our expectation or the understanding is that you're available to work with your clients also when it makes sense for them, but you don't always have to be available 24/7 around the clock unless they're traveling. And then again, attending monthly team meetings and our training sessions. If you're local to Red Deer and can be with us in person when we're allowed to do so again, then that's what we always prefer, because we love to see everybody face to face. But we do have some agents that live a little bit further, like Rocky Mountain House and Drumheller. And so the option is always there virtually if you can't make it in person.
And our Grand Prairie girl doesn't.
Yes, and our Grand Prairie. And then again, once those our outside consultants are certified, we do have some web and phone leads that will be assigned to those consultants as well. Everybody gets some. It's just obviously we can't assign you a walk-in if you're not in the office in person. So now more than ever has given us a nice pause and time to find ways, not just at our level, but at the corporate level as well, as to how we can give back to our consultants even more. So through all of COVID-19, we've had constant communication from corporate, from our office, from our suppliers, and head office has created a dedicated section on our internal resource center, which is like our mini Google, with every single update on COVID-19. So from every supplier, they're working around the clock so that we have the most up-to-date information in one spot. We've continued to grow and develop new webinars, online courses, sales tools, future cruise credits, our lists, scripts, and then at the local level, again, we've been hosting virtual events and just giving lots of opportunities for our consultants to stay engaged in their businesses. We've got training and professional development challenges. Sometimes there's prizes involved from head office, which is always fun. Everybody in our office seems to be very competitive, but in a very respectful manner. They love any sort of prizes. We've had very careful and compassionate, very attention to the tone that we're putting out there in all of our marketing that goes out. It's definitely not a sales focus right now, more as a service focus, so that people aren't turned off by our marketing and they just appreciate that we're more following up. And we've had social media campaigns and challenges, as well as head offices brought together several mental health resources for us, because as everybody has through this, it's been a struggle, but they're here to support us in every aspect, not just what drives revenue. So we've got tools to help you grow your business. So number one, which is kind of my baby, is our training and development program. So again, like I said, we can train you on all the skills and the knowledge that you need to build a successful travel business, as long as you come with the right attitude. So our Atlas program has been completely revamped in the last year and a half. It's been created so that it's more interactive and hands-on. So it's very much a learn, see, do approach, which we're getting rave feedback about. We also have one of the best, if not the best, customer management platform. So basically that's your back office, your invoicing, your sales pipeline, everything is all housed in one convenient spot, as well as access to every single one of our booking engines. And then pair those two tools on the back office side with our customer facing award-winning marketing and promotions. And we'll give you a couple little snapshots of what those look like, but they are really well done. Our marketing team has gone above and beyond, and they've been great to attract attract leads and build our loyalty even through these challenging times. So again, just a little bit more about the certification. So we do have the training includes online courses, videos, webinars, job aids, which I kind of call our cheat sheets. They're one-pagers that give us kind of a snapshot of everything that we need. You get one-on-one coaching with myself, at least depending on where you are in your training, at least once every couple weeks. And then we can do those either virtually or in person, sometimes over the phone. And then we also have additional training through our suppliers and more sales skills training as your business evolves. When we get back to post-COVID times, we will have hopefully more navigator rallies, which are hosted by our head office, and they're done regionally. And then there's always travel opportunities, because the best way to learn about a product is to experience it for yourself. And then again, a little bit of what you'll learn. So a big focus on the 6 or 5 pillars here are product, prospecting, selling, servicing, and operations. So again, how to use all those pieces of our CRM, which we call Partner Central, and how to leverage it to properly run and build your business. So we talk about Partner Central. You can literally access it from anywhere. As long as you've got a phone or a tablet, anything with an internet connection you are good to go. So we've had, even myself, I was on a trip to Mexico right before COVID hit, and I was booking clients from the back of our transfer to our resort. So there's no software to install or anything like that. Partner Central is constantly being evolved, and our our technology team at corporate is working and taking feedback constantly from us with what's working, what's not, and constantly tweaking it, making changes to make it better for us. We can quote right from there. We can access all of our sales reports. You get access to your business email. And again, that resource center, which is really like, we never have a reason to Google anything because everything's in our own resource center. And then the marketing that we talk about. So when you sign up to be one of our consultants, you get your own dedicated and customized personal website. So it'll have your face, your contact information on it. And again, it's got everything, all of our cruise itineraries, maps, ports of call information. It's now mobile friendly as well. So if somebody's always on their phone and that's how they prefer to do things, they can access it with the same functionality as if they were on a computer. And it's really handy now because it also has the functionality that if a client is very much a self-serve, they like to book it themselves, but they want to support you, they can book on your website and you can just take care of all the details on the back side of things. So some of our award-winning marketing campaigns, we've got email marketing. So there are 7 different newsletters that go out and your clients can sign up based on their preferences. So if they have 0 interest in ever going to Alaska, then we don't sign them up for an Alaska newsletter. We have social media campaigns. So not just from the corporate level, but we also have a very strong social media platforms for our local office that a lot of our consultants will use and just share the content we create to their own personal pages. And then we've got automated emails that go out to our clients. So if they've got a birthday coming up, and as long as we've entered the information into Partner Central correctly, your clients will get a happy birthday email on their birthday, which they love. It'll send your clients a bon voyage email and a welcome home email. And there's nothing happier for us than getting that little email back saying, oh, thank you for remembering my birthday, when in reality, the system did it for us. And then we've got print marketing. This has been put on hold right now just for COVID, but we've got our vacation specials flyers that go out to a number of different postal walks within our territory. Our Dream Voyages magazine, which goes to our past cruise clients. And then our brand new Discoveries Luxury magazine that we got 1 edition out before COVID hit, and it's been put on pause as well, but can't wait to see that come back when things start to pick up for us. And then one more big tool that we offer to help our consultants drive their business is we have 9 exclusive promotions throughout the year. Especially a focus is that Princess 3-day sale. It used to be just 1-day sale, and we kept doing so much volume that both our clients and Princess had asked that we extend it by 3 days. And we do a tremendous book of business in those 3 days every year. It is our biggest promotion. And with each one of our promotions, we have our Expedia exclusive staterooms and extras. There's always e-marketing that goes out. We get additional training. So in Atlas, they give us curriculum based specifically around each one of our core promotions. And then there's typically a cruise or a vacation giveaway, which with each one of these core promotions. And then we also host consumer events, either virtually or in person, to tie into those as well and get our clients excited about what's coming up. And then for those who have booked with Expedia before, you may be familiar with the Expedia Rewards program, but the Expedia Rewards program, if they book through us, they can also earn Expedia rewards on their cruises. So 2 points for every $1 spent. And that's something unique to our organization. They're not offering that to any other travel agencies out there. So then again, we like to give you guys a little insight as to what we offer above and beyond what we just covered from head office. And at the local level, we have, again, our strong social media platform presence. So we're very active on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Our business also has a business LinkedIn page. So if you're on LinkedIn and want to have that professional side of things, that's also there. And the content's always created and shareable for our consultants. Our consumer events. So head office hosts consumer events, and then we hold our own exclusive ones, like Susan said, every 2 weeks, also on Wednesdays. And right now they're being held virtually, but there are a couple pictures there from when we've had them in the office or in for a celebrity. We will sometimes take it on the road. You have support in building group business, which is a huge revenue builder or generator for a lot of consultants. And we have an exclusive website that was created just for marketing our group space. So that's all stuff that's exclusive to the Red Deer office versus, or in addition to everything that we hold at the corporate level. And then we try and do live training, so in person, and then we'll have suppliers that come in, again, during our team meetings and guest speakers. Sometimes it's just different sales speakers versus actual suppliers. And we try and have them come into the team meetings in person when they can join us. But again, right now, everything's being held virtually. and the strong community presence. So if you've been to the Western Days Parade in the past, maybe you've seen us with our float and our kids wandering down the street. Again, we give back to the Mustard Seed. We've participated in a couple of their initiatives. And then throughout the year, we always donate and support other local causes. And many of the team are involved in different organizations and service groups throughout the community as well. So some of the perks and benefits, and we get this question a lot. So I like to say we're leaving the best for last. So travel opportunities, absolutely. There are some. The best way to experience travel and to get the most rewards out of the travel benefits is by hosting your own groups. And again, we can dive into that a little bit in more detail if somebody has questions or afterwards. There's also travel agent rates on all of our product that we offer, and familiarization trips, which are hosted by our suppliers for agents only to explore the product. Those are obviously also on hold right now, but they are available down the line once everybody's certified and if and when they start becoming available. So as Susan said, we have a great recognition and rewards program. So we've got our Navigators Club program, which recognizes our consultants based on their individual book sales activity. There are 10 different designations now. So ranging anywhere from bronze all the way up to, I think we're into double diamond now that they go up to, which is amazing. And the consultants who achieve double diamond tiers in the Navigators Club also receive travel reward dollars. So every year we like to celebrate our team's success at the local level. So we host a gala for our own team, which is just a nice night where we get to bring our spouses out. We have supper, we have drinks, we will do some awards and celebrate milestones. And then at every team meeting, we also celebrate monthly milestones and successes and birthdays and anniversaries and all that. So we like to really make sure that we're having fun and celebrating each other and lifting each other up. All right, so to join our team.
Okay, so when you join our team, as we had mentioned earlier, Expedia, we have tremendous buying power with all the different cruise lines, and even more now so with the land suppliers. So we're able to offer amenities for your clients, and we're also able, more importantly, being able to get higher commissions for you. The commissions really vary between all the products. From the land to the river cruising, it's all different. And with that, we just don't, as I had mentioned earlier, just sell the cruise. We sell the complete package. So we will book the person's air. We will book our clients their hotel, their shore excursions, travel insurance, and as Jordana mentioned, the booking of the groups. There's all different things that we get to add on to make that complete vacation package for the client, which is better for them, but it's also better for us because we do get paid well for our time as we add more on. So the biggest thing you should know is that you don't get paid until the client travels. So right now we have a lot of the bookings 2022 and 2023 is that I won't get paid, the office won't get paid, nor will you get paid until that client travels. So there can be a long waiting time between the time you book to the time you actually see that cash in hand. A nice thing that's also available to you is that you do qualify for different tax advantages for running your own for running your own business, but that's about as far as we will go, just because we're not accountants and we will not advise you one way or the other. So just know that we know that there's tax advantages for you and that you would need to speak to your consultant to get that professional opinion. Go to somebody that knows the information the best. So to join our team, the slide says $4.99. But wrong. for right now, and that's until February 28th, which is wrong because we just got notification today that it has been extended to the end of March. It's $299. So this is a one-time enrollment fee. So it's not every year. You pay it once, that is it. And it just helps set up all of your training that you get, your sales program, gives you your International Cruise Academy, and helps get you started. Now, this money goes directly to our head office. We don't see any of it. So that's due for help them all their background stuff. We don't receive any money. We don't start making our money off of you until you start doing any bookings. Now, there is an additional fee of $15 per month, and that is for our amazing technology fee, your professional email address, your website booking engine, and your email blasts that are always sent off on your behalf. A lot of our events and everything else like that. That's not included, the events in the $15, but that there's so much value added. So that's an automatic debit out of your account. So the next step is there is a lot of more information to go with to follow through with you. So we do request that you set up and have an interview. Jordana and I will meet with you. Obviously, it's virtual for right now. You can come in the office if you want to make an appointment. And once we go over the details, we will send you on your way. We'll have you look over all the information that we've provided for you. If you don't have any questions, if you feel this is a right fit for you, it's a right fit for us, then we will send you an independent contractors agreement that is signed every year. And that becomes your contract between yourselves and our office. And then after that sign and the $299 has gone to our head office, then that's when your Partner Central email, website, and training is all activated. And that generally takes less than 24 hours. So it's pretty quick and slick on how that works. And then at that time, then of course, you and Jordana become best buds. She becomes your BFF, the one that you will be in constant contact for you until you're ready to fly. So I know I answered some questions as we were going on. Does anybody have any questions? You can take yourself off of mute if you'd like to be able to talk instead of chatting. But if that's how you want to do it, feel free to do that as well. Gail, you asked some awesome questions. Thank you so much.
I'm curious about, like, is it stressful to book somebody's like dream vacation, or just booking in general? Would that be one of the, say, biggest, if you were like, it all sounds really awesome, but would that be one of the parts of your job that would be maybe more stressful? Or
great question. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. It is. It can be. It still is after 25 years of me doing that. But the nicest thing is that you are never booking it on. You're booking it on your own. But one of Jordana's big jobs to do is that, especially until you're super comfortable, you're never on your own booking anything, anyways. So then, once you get to and through all the stages, even where our consultant that's been with us for 12 years, when she does an invoice, the next day Jordana's checking all of them. Matter of fact, I just did a booking for my sister-in-law and she checked it for me. It's just another set of eyes because there can be so many moving parts, right? So yes, it can be stressful, but it takes away the stress knowing that you've got us behind you to review everything to make sure that everything's okay. But I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't think that the stress ever completely goes away. You get more confident as you go along, for sure. But really, if you get your T's and your I's crossed, we have very, very, very few hiccups. And they're not generally caused from anything that we've done because we have those second pair of eyes. Anything you want to add, Jordana?
Yeah, and the same goes for anybody, whether they're home-based or in the office. We're always that second set of eyes. I'm in the office during our business hours, but I'm available for our consultants after hours, respecting that we do have some that work full-time jobs, and this is what they do in the evenings. So I'm often there step by step, especially when they're newer, in the evenings on the phone, and we're doing it side by side over the phone, or they're screen sharing because the beauty of Zoom now, and we've all had to become familiar with it. So I can be that second set of eyes even virtually now, so that again, nobody's left alone. And we've done that in the office. We're always there for each other. So yeah, the butterflies are always there when we're hovering that mouse over the book button. But at the end of the day, it's, again, we get confirmations at most within usually about half an hour of us clicking that book button. So again, we can be reviewing it or quadruple, I don't know what 10 times reviewing things looks like, just to make sure that even after we've clicked that book button and before I see it the next day, you already have that confirmation and can triple check it yourself to make sure that nothing's been missed, or I can look at it too.
Awesome. Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? No? Okay, so if you think of anything, please reach out to us. This isn't a one-time deal. We're not offering the $2.99 well now till the end of March, but even if the rate does go up in April, and who's to say that it will, we are always looking for really, really good people to join our team. So this is never going to be a high pressure proposition. So it's not like you got to sign up with us in the next 24 hours or there's your chance. We've had some people that have come back to us 2 or 3 times, and it's taken a couple of years, and their life has kind of evened out. And then this has been the good time for them to then come into the business, and we're more than happy to take you then. So there's lots of other questions that you probably will have, and those are the questions we can ask at our second meeting once again. And even after that meeting, we send you away again, because we want to make sure that you understand completely what you're getting in for. In 14 years, I've never had anybody sign up and go, you didn't tell me that, because we're very, very, very transparent. So once again, we're not a fit for everybody either, right? There's lots of, there are some choices out there, but our biggest one that we do is that we're looking for people that want to be a part of a team and get and understand the value of the marketing and all the heavy lifting that we do for you. So you can do it on your own, or you can do it with our team. And you see the value of working with a bunch of amazing, amazing people. We really have the best team by far ever. It's just amazing. And you want to have the passion for travel. Yeah, I know. Cool, right? Yeah. If you don't want to travel, then this isn't for you. And it's nothing that you can get rich quick. So it's not a job that you can. It's not something you can sign up and quit your full-time job next month. It takes a very, very long time to build that business. It's basically like going to school without paying the tuition fee, and then the year or two later, then your business is built up. And once again, it depends on how much you want to work on your business. We have some people that work a few hours, or they just host a couple groups a year. And that's basically all they do. They still show up at the team meetings. They still show up on our one-on-ones, still show up at our events, but that's all they do. And that's okay, because we know, we've worked with them. We understand where they're coming from. And then we have other people that work in our busy times, probably 50, 60 hours, but that's how they want to handle their business. That's where they want to go.
Susan, when you're talking about these hosted groups, is that where, say you have a group of 10 people and you go with them on a chauffeured type trip?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So I always like using my experience as an example, because it's easier to explain that way. So I guess it was coming up 2 years ago, I took a group of people we went to Vietnam, Cambodia on a river cruise.
Oh,
So Don and I went with them, and we helped everybody through the airport, because it can be going through Vietnam and Cambodia, Canada. If you've been with you being in China, you know how it can be, not sure where to go and everything else like that. So Don and I were there to help them when we had free time in Beijing. So we made sure that people, knew where they were going to go and everything else like that. Made sure that we, people were never by themselves, basically. And yeah, and the best part is that one of us was able to go for free, because there's like, they will give, the suppliers will give you a little bit of money extra if you take a group, and then you can take that money and take it off of your trip. So it can be an affordable way for you to travel. And it's nice to be able to travel with a group of people, right? And people even more now are going to want to crave that thing, right? And it's a great, big, huge market that's not a lot of people do it in Red Deer. So
Yeah,
lot-
and another common one is the all-inclusive side of
Yeah.
things. So for all-inclusive groups, it can be very small again. Sometimes it's as low as 10 passengers. So for our family, we're 5 right there. So we get one more family to come with us, and that can be a group, or it could be, a bunch of couples, 4 or 5 or 5 or 6 couples that want to go together, and then you'll get some benefits out of that as well. And then you're not tied together the whole time with an all-inclusive either, because people kind of wander and do their own thing on the resort or whatever, but you can reap the benefits of it as well.
is there a minimum number of people that need to be in a group to be called a hosted group?
It there is it all, but there's not one set number. It varies by our suppliers. So some they're as low as 6, others it's minimum of 20, but it really just depends on the type of tour it is, or cruise, and a bunch of different factors.
Thanks.
yeah. But that's something you know well ahead of time.
Yeah.
Once again, there's no surprises, because you don't just join on and create a group. You it's a process, and Jordana walks you through it step by step, so that because there's a lot of different moving parts. So, but it's a great way to be able to be in the travel business, make a little extra money, make it affordable for you to go and be able to take your friends. I mean, it's a great way to do it. And it's a lot of fun. So Jillian, Kelly, Candace, any questions? No? Gail? Oh,
Don't think so.
no? All right, awesome. So, well, thank you. We've kind of gone over a little bit, so I'm going to give you guys time. Whoops, somebody was just coming in. Maybe you can reach out to her. So anyways, thank you guys. Jordan will be in touch with you in the next couple of days. See what you think. If you've got more questions, once again, don't hesitate to ask us. And thank you again for joining us on Wednesday. See
Thank you.
everyone. Bye.